Have you ever looked at your partner and felt like you're living with a really great roommate, but not necessarily the person you fell in love with? It's a feeling so many of us experience, that slow drift from being these passionate, soulful partners to just co-managing a household. So today, we're going to dig into why that happens, and more importantly, explore a path back to a real, thriving connection. Let's get into it.
All right, first up, a louder silence. This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's about when your partnership feels more practical than passionate. And it starts with a question that might just hit a little too close to home.
Just take a second and really think about that. It's a powerful question, right? It speaks to that feeling, That disconnect where all your conversations are about bills, groceries, who's picking up the kids, and you've somehow lost the conversations about your dreams, your fears, your feelings. It's when the busyness of life completely drowns out the connection that started it all.
And this image of the unbalanced seesaw, wow, it just says everything. On one side, you have the co-manager totally weighed down by all the logistics, the schedules, the chores, and on the other side, the soulful partner is just left hanging. Does that feel familiar at all? This picture perfectly illustrates such a crucial point. Most couples don't actually fall out of love. What they lose is the bridge that connects them, and it just cracks under the constant pressure of managing daily life.
Okay, so this whole dynamic, this phase, it actually has a name. And giving it a name is the first step to understanding it. So let's define what the roommate trap really is.
So, the roommate trap. It's that strange place where you're maybe a fantastic team at running the house, but you've kind of lost that spark, that curiosity about each other as people. You're super efficient teammates, but that deep emotional intimacy that was once the bedrock of your relationship, it's faded. You're partners in logistics, absolutely, but you've stopped being partners in life.
Do any of these sound familiar? It's funny, it usually starts in a really subtle way. First, maybe you just feel a little unheard. Then you start to notice that, hey, all we talk about are the logistics, the bills, the grocery list, the kids' schedules. Before you know it, you're functioning more like managers of a small business than partners. And that bridge we just talked about, it feels like it's completely washed out.
So we've identified the trap, but here's the really exciting part. There is absolutely a way out. This is all about making a shift, a huge one, from just surviving day to day to actually thriving in your relationship again. And I want you to let this next thought really sink in. Your marriage, your partnership, it's not meant to be about just gritting your teeth and getting through it. It deserves to thrive. A thriving partnership is alive, it's vibrant, it's full of connection and laughter and growth. And listen, this is not some pie-in-the-sky romantic fantasy. It is a real, achievable goal. It's truly what your relationship and what you deserve.
I love this slide because it shows the journey so clearly. You see that cracked, looping path of the roommate trap on one side, and on the other, this vibrant, forward-moving path of a thriving partnership. The goal isn't to pretend the past didn't happen, but to transform all that stuff into fuel for a way better future. All right, so the big question, how do we actually build that bridge from the roommate trap all the way to a thriving partnership? Well, the answer lies in a super clear 3-step framework: heal, empower, and become. This whole framework is called the Twametri Anchor. It's a concept that's just rooted in creating genuine connection. And it's built on 3 really powerful interconnected steps. You heal, then you empower, and finally you become. Let's see exactly how that works. Here's the breakdown. Step 1, heal. This is all about facing and addressing the old wounds, the resentments, the patterns that are keeping you stuck. It's about getting a clean slate. Then comes step 2, empower. This is where you focus on completely transforming your communication. It's about learning to talk and, just as importantly, listen in a way that actually builds connection, instead of just passing along information. And finally, step 3, become. This is the exciting part, where you get to consciously and intentionally step into being the partner you've always wanted to be. Okay, so we have the diagnosis, the roommate trap, and we have the prescription, that 3-step bridge of heal, empower, become. So, now what? Well, now it all comes down to one thing, taking that very first step. Just look at this incredible image. You have this bridge that was clearly broken, and it's being mended, put back together with pure light. It is such a hopeful and powerful symbol for what is absolutely possible. Your transformation, your journey to mending that bridge in your own life, it all starts with a simple decision. It begins with those 3 words we've been talking about: heal, empower, become. It starts with the choice to just begin.
And that brings us right here to our final question for you. This isn't about trying to solve everything all at once. It's just about taking one small, manageable step. So, what is the first step, just one, that you can take, maybe even today, to start building that bridge back to a thriving partnership? Your journey starts right now.